right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Wes here. Today we're going to talk about the next installment in the Assassin's Creed series, releasing in 2023, Assassin's Creed Mirage. Now in this video, I'll be going over the next gameplay reveal, when the release date is going to be, as well as new story and plot details we just got revealed. We're also going to be answering the biggest question, how huge the open world for Mirage is going to be. And along with that, we have new gameplay features and mechanics to go over, as according to the developers, Mirage is looking to take this series back to its roots with the release of Assassin's Creed Mirage. So yes, it's looking like stealth, parkour, and assassinations is finally back on the menu. So I'll be talking about all of those details, as well as all of the latest news, leaks, and rumors, and just generally everything you need to know about the upcoming Assassin's Creed Mirage. Real quick, guys, if you want a chance to win a PlayStation 5 and a copy of Assassin's Creed Mirage, Hogwarts Legacy, or a game of your choice, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, comment your Twitter handle, follow me on Twitter, and tweet me proof that you're subscribed by tagging my Twitter at WesNemo. The winner will be announced at 80,000 subscribers. I will not be reaching out to the winner via the comment section. Assassin's Creed is going to be going absolutely nuts over the next few years. There are currently 5 Assassin's Creed games in development. Yes, I said 5. And one of them is rumored to be a true return to form game that will bring the gameplay and level design back to something more akin to the earlier games in the series. According to industry insiders, Assassin's Creed Mirage began development as an expansion pack for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, before the team decided to spin it off into its own full-fledged project. The leak suggests that Mirage is going to be an old-school Assassin's Creed game focusing on a linear campaign about 15 to 20 hours long and no open world to explore. This is of course according to the insiders, so take this with a grain of salt. The game is currently being built using Valhalla's game engine and framework, but Mirage is going to be a callback to the classic Assassin's Creed formula as a way to celebrate its 15th anniversary and kind of test the waters for future franchise installments. If you've been following the Assassin's Creed rumors over the last few years, this game was originally referred to as Assassin's Creed Rift, but was officially announced as Assassin's Creed Mirage during the Ubisoft Forward in 2022 for both the 8th and 9th generation consoles, which makes sense given the fact that it's being built on Assassin's Creed Valhalla assets. And right now it's expected to launch next year. There have been quite a few updates and confirmed rumors over the last few months. So in this video, like I said, we're going to break down everything that has been confirmed about the upcoming Assassin's Creed Mirage. So like I said, take this with a grain of salt since everything is subject to change, but I'm going to do my best to stick to things that are either 100% confirmed or seem to have at least 90% high chance of being true. Like I said earlier in the video, the gameplay of Mirage is going to be much more of an old school than the last few Assassin's Creed games, following a string of critical disappointments and declining sales in the mid 2010s. Ubisoft took a year off and came back swinging with Assassin's Creed Origins in 2017, marking a turning point for the franchise, moving away from the linear stealth action and more into open world light RPGs. This format was expanded upon with Assassin's Creed Odyssey in 2018 and Assassin's Creed Valhalla in 2020. Now, while the new open world RPG format was praised by some, it pushed back a lot of longtime fans from this series, and it seems that departure has finally been recognized by Ubisoft. Assassin's Creed Mirage is likely going to bring things back to the basics with a linear story that will play out on a series of levels instead of being a non-linear open world affair. Now, as I stated, the project was conceived as a way to celebrate the 15th anniversary of Assassin's Creed, which is a little bit awkward because that was this year, so technically Mirage missed the anniversary window, but I don't think that's really going to be a big deal to anyone. Now, insider reports state the game is going to be focusing heavily on stealth gameplay and the return of true assassinations, while also featuring a parkour-based movement system to help you traverse the levels more creatively. The story of Assassin's Creed Mirage is going to take us to Baghdad, a brand new location for the franchise. It's set in the 9th century during the Islamic Golden Age, and will star Basim, who was introduced in the last game, in a story that takes place roughly 20 years before Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and you play as a member of the Assassin Brotherhood, just like the good old days, and embark on a journey to get to the bottom of some kind of tussle with the Templars or maybe some other third party. Honestly, there's not a whole lot of story that we have to talk about just yet, but the fact that we're getting a smaller scale Assassin's Creed game that focuses on a young assassin is enough to really get me excited. The story is being handled by narrative director Sarah Beaulieu, who previously worked on Beyond Good and Evil 2 and has also personally confirmed that there will be a number of cameos from historical figures, again just like classic Assassin's Creed. Navigating through Baghdad will be reliant on parkour mechanics inspired by Assassin's Creed Unity, but enhanced by a number of refinements. As far as whether or not the game will have a proper open world, it seems a little unclear. If there is an open world in Assassin's Creed Mirage, you can probably expect it to be somewhere around the size size of the classic Assassin's Creed game worlds. Something not too big, but definitely a lot more densely populated in order to fuel the assassin-based gameplay while also making the parkour more fun and elaborate. Rather than having a gigantic open world that's filled with terrain, this game's world will likely be meticulously designed to really elevate parkour, but also make it feel like you're actually in a densely populated area, which I think is a good thing. So whenever I ask the question, how big is this open world going to be? I think it's going to be big, but the biggest thing is it's going to be detailed. I think that's what we have to think about. Just because Assassin's Creed Valhalla or Odyssey's world is massive doesn't mean it's going to be a quality experience. Obviously those games are great, but I think Assassin's Creed Mirage will have a lot of depth to it, which I'm really excited for. Now, the team reportedly took a lot of influence from Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood for the level and mission design, which also means the return of assassination contracts, which is going to be so much fun with the modern technology that Ubisoft is working with. Like I'm saying it right now, if the developers are going to do what they're saying that they're going to do, this game is going to be a true to form Assassin's Creed game, which I am so excited to see happen. Now, while the Xbox Series consoles and PS5 are pretty much widely available today, Ubisoft is still releasing Assassin's Creed Mirage on the previous generation of hardware. While this may seem like a win for consumers, and it is, it may unfortunately also suggest some possible performance issues, especially considering they have to develop on so many consoles. Just about every cross-generation game released in the last few years has shown some pretty obvious negative side effects, such as the more modern version of the game being artificially kneecapped in order to make it look closer to the previous generation's version. As gaming technology gets more advanced, the harder it's going to be for Xbox One and PS4 to run them, and that's even with drastically reduced graphics and performance quality. This also means that the Xbox Series and PS5 versions often have to be nerfed more and more in order to make the games as close as possible. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but I'm always a little bit nervous when big AAA games are announced for both the 8th and 9th generation consoles nowadays, because it practically guarantees either underwhelming visuals or a whole bunch of bugs, or if we're lucky, both. Hopefully neither, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Now, a report came out just a few days ago that Ubisoft is currently shooting for a release date in August of 2023, but this has not been officially confirmed yet, and Ubisoft has only guaranteed a 2023 release date for the game at this point. Personally, I think we're going to be looking at a late summer or fall release for this game, because if it were coming out in early next year, Ubisoft most likely would have confirmed it already, but they likely also don't want to drop the game in the spring or summer, since there's going to be a lot of AAA gaming hype during that time of year. Recent Assassin's Creed games have been launching in the later parts of the year, so I think an August 2023 release date has some valid reasoning behind it. Despite the lack of a solid release date, you can actually pre-order Assassin's Creed Mirage right now, and there are some pretty cool bonuses if you decide to pre-order. The base version of the game is only for $50, which is a pretty consumer-friendly move by Ubisoft for a change, and if you pre-order this version of the game digitally, you'll also get an extra quest called the 40 Thieves. For $60, you can also pre-order the digital deluxe version, which comes with the base game, the 40 Thieves bonus quest, a digital art book, some bonus character skins, including one based on Prince of Persia, and the official soundtrack. For $60, that's a pretty generous collection of loot. If you're a physical gamer, you could also get the collector's edition of the game, which comes with all of the base content, the digital deluxe with the addition of some awesome physical collectibles like a steelbook, a figurine of Basim, a replica of Basim's brooch, and a map of the game's version of Baghdad. The base version of the game will also be available day one on Ubisoft Plus, so you can give it a try before committing to the collector's edition, although those are likely to sell out pretty quickly, so you should probably jump on it while you can if you're interested. I'm also sure that there will be retailer specific bonuses announced whenever the game's release date is officially confirmed, so keep an eye out on places like GameStop and Best Buy for additional bonuses that I'm sure will be announced relatively soon. Next up, let's talk about the next reveal for Assassin's Creed Mirage, which if it ends up releasing in 2023, especially in summer, then we have a couple options. First and foremost, we've got a potential Ubisoft forward that is dedicated for Assassin's Creed Mirage. If it releases in August, then I can pretty much guarantee that it will likely be featured in one of these showcases, like the big Ubisoft showcase that they do usually every single year around the E3 time in June. Now, it's also possible that they won't do a Ubisoft showcase this year, and perhaps Assassin's Creed Mirage will be revealed during the Xbox conference around E3 or even the PlayStation conference. It's really hard to say. Either way, I think it's safe to assume that we will get something relatively soon in terms of updates regarding Assassin's Creed Mirage. Maybe we won't get it until next year, maybe early February if PlayStation does a big showcase. But either way, the hype is real for Assassin's Creed Mirage. Let me know if you're excited for it. What were your thoughts on the world premiere of the game, and are you excited for all of the Assassin's Creed news and games releasing? Because I personally am. Guys, do me a favor and like the video if you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel with your notifications turned on. We're almost at 80,000 subscribers, so So if you want to win a copy of Assassin's Creed Mirage as well as a PS5, definitely subscribe to the channel. Thanks again for watching, everybody. This has been Wes, and I will talk to you guys on the next video.